Video Publius Naso, Tristia Book Fifth. To a faithful friend, you who shall never be named after any of my comrades, you who above all made my lot your own, who were the first dearest one, I remember to dare to support me with words of comfort after the bolt had struck, who gave me the gentle counsel to leave when my wretched breast was filled with the love of death. You know well to whom I am speaking by means of these symbols substituted for your name, nor are you unaware, my friend, of your own service. These things shall ever remain fixed in my inmost heart, and I will be an everlasting debtor for this life of mine. My spirit shall be dispersed in the empty air, leaving my bones on the warm uh, pyre air. Forgetfulness of your deserving steals into my heart, and that loyalty of yours falls away from it through lengths of time. May the gods be gracious to you. To you may the gods grant a lot that craves the aid of no one, a lot unlike mine. A lot unlike mine. Yeah. Make the gods be gracious to you. To you may the gods grant a lot that craves the aid of no one, a lot unlike mine. And yet, if this bark of mine were being borne on by a friendly breeze, perchance that loyalty of yours would be unknown. Theseus' friendship would not have been so keenly felt by Pirithous if he had not gone while still alive to the waters below. That the Phocian was a model of sincere love was due to thy madness, gloomy Orestes, if Euryalus had not fallen in with the Rutulian foe. Hyrtasian Nisus would have had no renown. 'Tis clear that as tawny gold is tested in the flames, so loyalty must be proved in times of stress. While fortune aids us and the smile is upon her calm face, all things follow our unimpaired resources. But at the first rumble of the thunder, they flee, and nobody recognizes him who but now was encircled with troops of comrades. This which once I inferred from the examples of former men, now I know to be true from my own vows. Scarce 2 or 3 of you, my friends, one so many, remain to me. The rest were fortune's following, not mine. And so few though ye are, run all the more to aid my injured state and provide a secure shore for my shipwreck. Tremble not overmuch with false fear, lest this loyalty give offence to our God. Ofttimes faith even among his enemies in arms has been praised by Caesar. When it exists among his own, he loves it. In an enemy, he approves it. My case is still more favorable, since I did not nurse strife against him, but earn this exile by my simplicity. Do you then watch on behalf of my fortunes, I beg of you, if in any way the wrath of the deity can be lessened. If anyone desires to know all my fortunes, he seeks more than the circumstances permit. I have endured woes as many as the stars that shine in heaven, or the grains that the dry dust holds. Many have I borne too great to be believed, and not destined to find credence, although they have really befallen me. A part too might well perish with me, and I wish that, since I would veil them, they might be hidden. If I had a tireless voice, lungs stronger than brass, and many mouths with many tongues, not even so could I embrace them all in words, for the theme surpasses my strength. You learned poets write of my evils instead of the Neritian heroes. For I have borne more than the Neritian. He wandered over but a narrow space in many years between the homes of Dulichium and Delium. I, after traversing seas, whole constellations apart, have been carried by fate to the base of the Getae and Sarmatians. He had a faithful band of true companions. I, in my flight, have been abandoned by my comrades. He was seeking his native land in joy and victory. I have fled mine, vanquished and an exile. My home is not Dulichium or Ithaca or Samos, places from which absence is no great punishment, but Rome, that gazes about from her 7 hills upon the whole world. Rome, the place of empire and the gods. He had a frame sturdy and enduring of toil. I have but the frail strength of one gently nurtured. He had been constantly engaged in fierce warfare. I have been used to softer pursuits. I was crushed by a god, and nobody lightened my sorrows. To him the goddess of war brought aid, and though the king of the swelling waves is inferior to Jove, he was oppressed by Neptune's wrath, I by that of Jove. Moreover, the largest part of his labors is fiction. In my vows no myth resides. And finally he reached the home of his quest, attaining the fields he long had sought. But I must be forever deprived of my native land, unless the wrath of the injured god be softened.